What's up, Internet? We are in the town yet again, and it's not raining, so there could be gyroids for us. But right now, we are in the quest for some awesome threads, because I understand it, as talking gets very, very difficult for me for a moment, Gracie's going to be in the next town over, so we're going to have to go explore there pretty soon. But first, I think we can do a little bit of a gyroid hunt, because I think that would just be tremendously fun. And also gyroids. They're just great in general. Besides, we're still missing like 20, and at least like 4 of them are ones I actually want, so you know, it's important to actually try and go and get these things if we can at all. I'll probably limit myself to the areas that aren't covered in flowers just because of how limited those are. Things are still perfect in the town. That's important to know, of course. Are we gonna run into Gulliver? Maybe we will. Get some more free stuff. That's not Gulliver, that's a cricket, but I can hear it. And I can see it. But I won't bug it today, because it seems like it's just happy doing its own crickety thing. There's a fossil. Let's see, what do we have? I hear another cricket that I don't really want to bother if I can help it. There's another one. There's a lot of crickets. I guess it's that time of year, though. Well, I mean, if I look out my window, all I see is snow. Ugh. I wish it was fall. I don't get fall, I just get winter for most of the year. Ugh. So, are we gonna find any cool gyroids today? I do believe it was raining yesterday in both our towns. So, one can deduce that there should be gyroids if it's not raining today. I mean, if not, we still have the fantabulous quest of trying to get some awesome new clothing from Gracie while completely destroying my wrist and hands. Because carpal tunnel syndrome, it's a thing. Oh, what do we have here? There we go. A mini rhythmoid. I actually think we might have one of those already. Or we have the regular one. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look. I think we have the whole set, though. Still need 2 more. I believe Wendell's coming to this town tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to. I mean, as forward-looking to as we can for Wendell, anyway. But there should be 2 more gyroids around. And I'm not really seeing any. Not seeing any things that look like gyroids to me, certainly. Just more cricket sounds. Which are very pretty, but not exactly what we're looking for right now. No new villagers, of course. Not that that surprises anyone at this point. Oh, there's a spot we can dig up. Come on. Damn it. I was so excited we were going to get a gyroid, but no. Just another fossil. Our pockets are filled with those at this point. That's concerning. But there should still be 2 more gyroids around here. I mean, the only places we realistically haven't looked are where there's already very, very large numbers of flowers, which in turn should mean that there isn't much to dig up, one would think. Those crickets do sound rather nice, though. That's why I got a set for a Zen garden. I thought it would be sort of a nice, natural sound, sort of like why I've got that deer scare as well. Kind of why I was tinkering with the idea of having cicadas, but they just kind of came across a little bit too noisy. Kind of gonna go for like an ambient sort of thing. There we go. A mini squelchoid. I like the squelchoids, but we have one already. Still, that is a good gyroid. That makes me happy. Still missing one. And that has to go to Tangy? Yeah, Tangy. That's who I thought it had to go to, but I wasn't 100%. Alright, so we are missing one gyroid right now. Not sure where it could be. I guess we'll have to keep looking for it moving forward. Yeah, we don't have the mini one. Oh, that's a tympanoid, not a rhythmoid. I just remember that they're very rhythmic. Wah! I like Squelchoids. I kind of want to keep that, actually. I think I will keep that one there. Alright. So let's go to the next town over. See if we can get ourselves some new Gracie clothes. And, if we're lucky, some more gyroids we don't have. Specifically ones we want that we don't have. Well, like 5 of them. Like a quarter of the gyroids we don't have are just ones I've expressly wanted. Isn't that just how things always are? You want it? Well, you're not allowed to have it. Alright. Let's hop on the train. Get our locomotion on. Make a locomotion commotion. Alright, on the train. Let's get going. Come on, Rover. Save the game fast and get to it. So, at the very least, we have gyroids to hunt and clothing to get, and preferably a lot of fossils to get rid of. Well, maybe I move that much, Rover. Did you ever think of that? Maybe I just like to move twice a day, because permanence just feels like it ties you down. Silly cat. Okay, now, because of how many fossils we presently have, I'm thinking that what we should probably do is take these gifts from the museum, plunk them down here, here, and here, sell them, and then buy some paper and then get rid of these. So we got 6. That should be enough room. We get rid of all these letters. Oopsie. I want to grab, I want to throw out. There we go. Let's go to the Nicotorium. Hey, I see a glowy spot and some dragonflies. It's going to be a wonderful day. Alright, let's pop this open. Got a fossil. Got a second fossil. Paperweight. Still, that's alright. That's not bad. I'll take 9,000 bells, sure. Alright, now I need 2 sets of paper. I shall take the tile paper. And just for the sake of trying to work on our collection, even though I'm pretty sure we got pretty much all the paper we can buy from Nook, we're going to buy a different sheet of them. Now, I know we have the rainy day paper already. I think we have the daisy paper, but I'm not sure. I'm just working off the top of my head here. And I think we've got the snowy paper, but we'll buy that too. Skirt, we'll buy the daisy paper too, just to complete the set. Why not? It's like one piece of fruit. I'm not horribly offended by it. It's tile paper? No, I should finish one set before looking at the rest. Or else we're going to have 3 just started sets of paper and we're just going to have to throw them all out. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. And we write this. Oh, it's this paper. Oh, those are daisies. I thought they looked kind of like cookies. I've seen cookies that look like flowers. What does snowy paper look like? I can't write a letter. We don't have room. Unfortunate, but not an unexpected outcome. Alright. Plunk this down here. Grab this. Plunk that there. And grab that. And plunk that there. Since we're here, let's see if he's got any cool furniture to buy. It's too cold out for a sprinkler. It'll freeze and break. This is a new shirt, however. It's far out looking. I was going to say it's a weird fish scale shirt, but I know we don't have this in our inventory, so we're going to buy this. So if Gracie doesn't give us a cool new shirt, at least we got one cool new shirt today. Although cool might be a stretch. It's new-ish. Don't take that away from me. Alright, so let's go get rid of some letters and go find Gracie. And maybe go hunt some gyroids. That sounds like a plan. Clean that up. Gracie could be in this acre, but she's not. That's fine. That's okay. I didn't actually expect to find her on my way to the post office, but it would save some time. But it's the hunt for special villagers that's part of the fun. Until you get bored and talk to Copper, which is what we do immediately. Now, unfortunately, because of the fact that Pelly will not get rid of that one letter for reasons I still do not understand, we're going to have to spend 2 very long trips getting rid of 6 letters, as opposed to 1 very long trip and 1 very short trip. But, at the very least, we'll then have all those fossils gone, and that's the important thing. Although we had to deal with Pelly, so, you know, sacrifices were made in this day. But we don't exactly have time to just wait around for Phyllis to show up. And I didn't want to have to do this again once we got back to our town. Alright, there's that. Oh, and we gotta get rid of that thing for Tangy as well. That's another important thing we gotta do. So, at the very least, we've got 3 goals right now. Since Tangy's sort of on the way to talking to Copper, I think that'll be our first stop. And if we find any gyroids along the way, well, that's just gravy. Although it wouldn't hurt my feelings any to have that happen. She's not here, is she? Of course not. Alright. Oh, there she is. Okay, that's simple enough. At least she didn't disappear like yesterday. That was weird. Tangy, I've got your watch. I don't know why you lent it out, but here you go. Alright. Oh, good. More clothes. I think they're sending me a message I'm not going to get the awesome new shirt I want from Gracie. Unfortunate. Yellow Bellario, which I believe is that, like, weird green thing. It looks like a highlighter painted it. Alright, there you are, Copper. Where's Gracie at? B5. No, I think the... Yeah, no, that's above the cliff, so we don't have to look down here. Just gotta go to B5. Oh, and I think we saw a glowy spot over here as well, so we can grab that while we're here. There it is. Free 1,000 bells? Yes, please. Alright, now for the thing that scares me every time I have to do this, because it completely kills my wrist. Alright, let's go. Carpal tunnel. Sip of water first. It's gotten dirty. And it won't rain, because that would clean it. So I have to clean it. This is such a great game. I mean, I've been playing it for almost a year straight, and I'm still not bored with it. Alright. Stretch out my fingers. Let's get ready. Ready, set, go. Come on. Ah, not good enough. The Wii version's like the only one I don't have. I had it for a brief period of time along with like that Wii Speak thing that came with it, but it got stolen. I think I still have the Wii Speak though, for all like 2 games it ever worked with. What shirt did we depressingly get? A snappy print. I believe that's the one with little, yeah, that's that one. It's actually not a bad shirt. But it's not the Gracie shirt, and I'm offended by that. I'll wear this shirt for now. It's not the cool shirt, but at least it makes me feel like I got something from this. Alright, Velma. I need to do a quest in order to find some more gyroids. I mean, I guess I could just go look for gyroids, but this is more fun. Alright. So, hopefully Weber is around his house, because I don't want to go hunting for him too much. There he is. As much as I just don't want to talk to this guy ever again. You lent it to someone on the opposite side of town. Okay then. I'll go talk to Pierce, sure. But, detour, because I'm still looking for gyroids, and I want to see if our old pal Gulliver showed up today. Yeah, it's not the worst quest in the game. The worst quests are always the ones that involve pushing balls, but this one is, this is why I don't like having to retrieve stuff they lent out, because they always just, like, trade it to 4 different people, all on opposite sides of the world. It's just the worst. There we go. Drilloid. I believe we do have a Drilloid, though, so we don't need that one. Come on, Dropoid. Nope. Alright, let's try this again. Nope. Fossil. How many fossils are we going to have to deal with today? A gift from the Sky Gods. Will we get it? In my experience, no. And I'm still pretty much expecting that to very much be the case. Oh, I play lots of other games. I review games for a living, so I have to play at least like 3 new games every week. But I play Animal Crossing every single night as part of a sort of social experiment type of thing I decided to do. Oh, it'd be nice if I actually, you know, was successful at what I do, but, you know, I'm not complaining. And this is why future games gave you a slingshot. Stupid gift from the Sky Gods. Ungrateful jerks. Alright, let's go find Pierce. And also, hopefully 2 more gyroids, preferably ones we don't have that we would like in our house. Because there's still a few of them. Alright, Pierce should be around here. There he is. Alright. I need something. Ah, crap. Alright, hold on. That at least means he has it, so that's a step in the right direction. And it means that we get to use more awesome paper. Oh yeah, what do you stream? Anything in particular? I don't think we have this paper yet. There's 3. Plop this over here. It's true, the sun did go down. Although it's still kind of in the process here, but it's a handkerchief. Alright. I will deliver this back to Velma. But first, back to Pelly for more Pelly-related shenanigans. Yeah, a lot of people tend to really like Mario Maker. I think I streamed that for about 2 hours just to make a video for my YouTube channel, but it's okay, but it's not great. I don't really like those player creation games too much. Like I said when I was talking about that way back when, you know, I don't like games about people having to make games because, well, it does rightly assume that people are all creative in their own right. It also seems to assume people know how to be game designers, and they typically don't. Speaking as someone who studied game design for a good many years, it's a lot more challenging than just handing someone some tools and saying go. I gotta say, I've never heard of War Inc. Alright, so we got 2 more gyroids to find. I think we gotta deliver to Velma. And preferably do it in about 18 minutes before midnight. Or else I have to make this like a 2-day episode, and I don't really want to do that today. Alright, so there's that. Huh. That's interesting, an RTS sim from 97. I don't play a lot of PC games typically because I kind of came up with the DOS era, and when I was learning how to play PC games back in the day, my uncle, like, he messed with something in the command line of his DOS PC and, like, his computer physically destroyed itself. So I'm a little bit scared to even do PC gaming nowadays. But, you know, thanks to DOSBox, it's getting a lot easier. But I just mostly stick to consoles myself. What fish is that? That was a really thin fish. It's interesting, though. I've never heard of that one. It is a... It's been a while since I've seen these guys. Stupid fish that look really, really big but aren't. And are very much worthless. The barbell steeds. Now, where could that gyroid be? The problem is it's probably behind one of these trees. It's the one thing I dislike about this first Animal Crossing game. Well, this iteration of the first Animal Crossing game, anyway. Love this more than the newer ones for the most part, but, you know, the perspective, as much as I love it, it's really hard to see behind stuff. Get a picture book from Ace? Sure thing. That's an impressive little library. I've never had an NES, and while I have a Super Nintendo and a Genesis, they're both broken. I've got an N64, GameCube, Wii U for like all 2 games it has. PS3, although I can't record it because HDCP is a complete bear. I've got PS4, Xbox One, 360, Switch, and of course I've got the good old Retro Freak for doing older stuff if I need to in HDMI. My beloved Sega Saturn, Intellivision, classic Xbox, 2 PS2s, my Dreamcast for all 1 game it has. I got some stuff. I need more games though, And that's coming from someone who just did like an hour-and-a-half long loot video about all the games he just got. Yeah, I think I have heard of Zed. That's the RTS with the robots, I believe. I looked it up a while ago. If that's the one I'm thinking of, right? Yeah, I think that one's on Good Old Games. I've been meaning to try and get a copy of that myself, because it looked interesting, even though I'm not super big on strategy games. But it definitely looked like an interesting game, for sure. Okay, you've got a Dreamcast. Would you recommend any Dreamcast games in particular? Because my Dreamcast collection is abysmal. It is Blue Stinger and Seventh Cross Evolution, which are like the worst games ever. And that's it. I really need some better Dreamcast games. Ah, Zed was on Steam as well. Interesting. I might have to put it up on my list at some point. Take glasses to Pearl. I know where that is. It's not in this town, but I can take it. Sure thing. Where the hell are these gyroids? They should be... Did I see something there? Ah. Weed. Pluck that out of the way. Where could we find another spot to dig up a robot dancing buddy? Hey, Goldie's got something for us. Whoopsie. You're being too demanding, Goldie. I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry, I will not wake up and say hello to you at dawn every single day. That's just no. Maybe Ketzel will have something for us to do and be slightly less demanding about it. Maybe he'll want a ball, like the one right next to his house. That would just be great. Yeah, Sonic Adventure is definitely a good game. I've been trying to get the Power Stone games for quite a while. I actually already have Dead or Alive 2 on the Xbox. Capcom vs. SNK. I played the sequel a little bit and was pretty impressed with it, so that one's... I'm gonna have to look into that one for sure. I just know my Dreamcast collection is like 2 games big and it's like the worst games on the system. That's impressive. Both Power Stone games. Those games are really hard to find nowadays. I was looking into some other stuff. Like, I heard that you can use the Neo Geo Pocket Color port on the Dreamcast, which is apparently a thing to, like, play SD cards and stuff, which is interesting for homebrew stuff. But, you know, it's hard to find decent Dreamcast games nowadays. They're really expensive. Alright, is there any other spots we haven't checked for gyroids? Because there should be like 2 more, but we haven't seen them. Now we got like 10 minutes till midnight. Pen, try Isolon. I know about that game because it's in Blue Stinger. Crazy Taxi's legit. The Sonic Adventure games are amazing. I've got the GameCube ones. Sonic Shuffle, that's a game I've wanted to try for a while. Crazy Taxi is legendary. That's a pretty good collection, I must admit. Stay away from Blue Stinger. Actually, that's a game I've been thinking about streaming. I'm not sure I've got the right cables to hook it up to my Dazzle, though. But if I do, I'm thinking about streaming Blue Stinger at some point, just so I can make a review of it. Because that is... an interesting game. It's like a prototype Dead Space, but not very good. And the sad thing is it's like, 2 degrees away from being so bad it's good. It's like, it's almost there, but then it's just not. That's impressive. I put all my games and like wants on a game facts list just because I already had a profile on there, and that was kind of like before Google Docs was really a thing. I've got an HD 60 Elgato and a Dazzle, but because it's HDMI for my Elgato, I can't do PS3 stuff anymore, which sucks. I have a component recording device that's not great, but I used to use it for PS3 stuff. The problem is my TV broke a couple years back and it doesn't have component input, so there'd be no way for me to actually play it, which is a problem. And I've been trying to find like things that'll fix PS3 recording through HDMI, but well, I found about 1,000,001 things that'll do it. None of them have ever worked. And it's annoying because like my first review on my channel was for PS3 stuff too. It's like I'd like to get back to like, 'cause I've got an okay PS3 collection, but I can't record anything. I can't imagine how you would play Duck Hunt on stream. Like, that's, on a technical level, very impressive to me. Simply because, of course, you know, that's one of those games that requires, like, an old CRT to properly work, unless you played, like, a modified version. Oh, okay. So you used it on an actual tube TV. I'm guessing you had, like, splitters to split to your capture device then as well. Or something. Interesting. Like, I would be prepared to get a tube TV for light gun games, but, like, there's one specific light gun game that would make me do it, and that's it. But, finding a copy of that one specific light gun game is a little tricky, so I'll just live with my old 2-year-old, very large LED TV that I got for serious sale on Black Friday, because I was insane enough to go to a store. Still, it's a great TV, aside from the fact that it can't record through component. I just wish it could do that one thing, and then I'd be laughing. But it can't. Huh. Female, red, yellow, and then white to 2 male. Interesting. That's definitely different from my setup. I've got like 3 HDMI splitters, and then for my AV, like SD composite stuff, all that is just inputs to USB for my PC. I can't even play this on my TV right now. I have to play it in a window on my computer, which kind of sucks, but I guess if I really wanted to, I could buy like a cable splitter to try and put this on my TV, but it just seems like so much of a hassle. I'm okay with just putting this on my computer. That's another thing you could do, is definitely to use a VCR. I didn't buy flowers, did I? Oh, I did. Oh, good. Where do we have mail from? The HRA telling me to buy kitty stuff. No, thank you. I have a VCR. I got that because my Retron 3, for whatever reason, could not record the Genesis portion of it. So I tried to record using like VCR stuff, and it kind of works as a splitter as well. That's actually a pretty clever setup, certainly. How close are we to finishing this? We gotta be getting close. Looks like we'll be done this acre in probably about a day. That's exciting. Yeah, my Genesis has sort of a visual problem too. I think that it is, it's like a display cable issue. It's like loose on the inside of the Genesis itself, and I'm not trying to fix that. And my Super Nintendo is broken in like the most bizarre way imaginable. Like, I'm not even sure how to properly describe it, but it's one of those things where, like, you try and describe it to someone, they just say, just buy a new one. So I got something that kind of sort of approximates both of them for less money. Though the quality of it is definitely suspect. I really only use it for my pirate gaming videos now, because pirate carts don't work on HDMI capable equipment apparently. Yeah, some of those old systems and like games and stuff, especially Nintendo ones, you kind of have to buy some extra stuff. I know I had to buy one drill bit in order to customize my N64s to be region free so that I could play N64 Animal Crossing. Ah, you got Legend of Mystical Ninja. Totally jealous. I've got the entire Japanese set but that one. That's a great game. I think I like the second one a little bit better, but definitely better than the third. More approachable, too, because the third one was like a Zelda-style game. The fourth one was a little odd, but they were all better than that weird puzzle game with Abisumaru. Let's see what we got here. We got ourselves a large base. It's almost midnight, so we should probably wrap this up soon. Because I gotta get back to working on reviews. I gotta work on one for my loot video. Because everyone loves bizarre pogo stick racing games. Ah, Smart Ball. That's a game I've been wanting to play for a while, too. And the sequel that kind of sort of never actually got made. That was a pretty cool game. That was Satoshi Tajiri, of course, before he made Pokemon. Along the same time as Pulseman on the Genesis. But after he made Mandel Palace. All excellent games that people should go play. Alright, do we have anything we can just sort of... blue cabinet. I'm still not sure what to do with our house, though. I mean, aside from finishing up the gyroid collections I've got. Let's see, view my library. We gotta go back to good old faithful. And play with the bobblehead hello. Trog for the NES. That sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what that game was. In fact, I was thinking of probably Trog for the PlayStation, which was a weird beat-em-up, sort of, kind of Resident Evil style game. Those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games are pretty great, though. I know I've got several carts that have them all on there. I think that guy can go. Yeah. Might as well make some space with this. Right that. Right this. Right this. And right this. And what the hell, we can make some more space as well. Right this. Right this. Hey, it's raining. That means more gyroids for us in the future. that sounds like a genuinely interesting game. I am gonna have to look that one up for the list, because I'm always looking out for interesting NES games. But I think that will be it for tonight. It is a little after midnight, and I do have to get back to working on reviews. But I hope you enjoyed, and this was a fun little chat. Learned about some neat little games. And, you know, if you enjoyed, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we do this every single night for varying degrees. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which is over 1,330 videos and counting. And not just Animal Crossing, but tons of crazy different games. I think my most recent one was my loot video, although I think I've got 2 more that have to go up tonight. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is looking for gyroids unsuccessfully and being really crap at Gracie's minigames. Seriously, I cannot button mash to save my life. But you will get yourself on the Discord where we can talk about awesome things like everything else. And I will be sure to check out your game list. And I will send you a link to mine because I am genuinely curious to explore other people's game lists and see what's up. But I do have a Discord, actually. The Discord is for supporters of the show and donators mostly, though. So, but I've got a YouTube channel, which of course has comments and stuff, and I'm here every single night, so there's always messaging and stuff. I'm pretty easy to access. But I've got to get back to working on reviews, so I will see you all next time. Peace out, Internet.